Today, it's a brand new cover from Jansen and Henk Poort, Dangerous Game. Keep watching. Hi everybody, it's Christi Bovee with the Voice Love Company. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the little bell below so you don't miss a single video or when I go live. I'm so happy to introduce to you a brand new course that I have just created, Permission to Suck, Bypassing Perfection, Embracing Potential. If you have a hard time getting over your fear of failure, I really wish that you'll take advantage of this resource. It's 3 lessons, 3 bonus videos, and it will get you started in the right direction towards crushing failure for good. Details are in the description box below. This video was made by enthusiastic voice lovers just like you. Well, a new cover from Floor means that I'm getting lots of direct messages saying, have you listened yet? Have you listened yet? And I have to say that I was really excited to see that they are back. Henk and Floor are back to do a duet. And interestingly, the characters are very similar to their Phantom of the Opera characters. Dangerous Game is a song from the musical Jekyll and Hyde by Frank Wilder. I love Frank Wilder's musicals. He writes incredible music, amazing songs. And of course we know Jekyll and Hyde is an interesting story by Robert Louis Stevenson. In this scene, the villainous Mr. Hyde, who is actually Dr. Jekyll. Remember, he's got poison that he takes and he turns himself into a different person who's a really bad guy who does a lot of crimes and terrible things, and then he turns back into himself, a nice, mild-mannered person. So that's what is happening in the actual musical. Now we know Floor does her very own take on the covers she puts together, and I'm really interested to see how this unfolds. Let's dig in.
I feel your fingers cold on my shoulder, your chilling touch as it runs down my spine, watching your eyes as they invade my soul, forbidden pleasures I'm afraid to make mine.
This is so interesting to hear just Floor's voice with very, very minimal accompaniment. Hearing her breathing, it just seems so cool to me. It's like, oh, I can hear her breathing. This is amazing. I love the natural voice in the most natural form, and this is so beautiful. There's just something so organic about it, and you know I'm a geek about the voice and about Floor Jansen, so it doesn't take much to send me over the edge. I just think it's so exciting.
At the touch of your hand, at the sound of your voice, at the moment your eyes meet mine, I am out of my mind, I am out of control, full of feelings I can't define.
It's a sin with no name,
Like a hand in a flame,
and our senses proclaim it's a dangerous game. A darker dream that has no ending, that's so unreal. You believe that it's true, a dance of death out of a mystery tale. The frightened princess doesn't know what to do.
Okay, this is really interesting. I love how it's being filmed. I love how they're bringing them both together, even though they're not obviously in the same place, probably not even in the same country, but that is really cool. And it's fantastic to hear Henk sing again, obviously. And this song is creepy. Mr. Hyde is a creepy dude. He really is. So I really think that they didn't lose the creepiness, which is the whole point of the song, okay, for the show. And it really is, it needs that. It needs the sensuality, but also the creepiness. Like, you feel so scared for her. When you see the musical, you will understand what I mean. It's just really got a pretty heavy ick factor while being an amazing song.
Will the ghost go away? Will she will them to stay? Either way, there's no way to win.
All I know is I'm lost, and I'm counting the cost. My emotions are in a spin. I don't know who to blame.
It's a crime and a shame,
But it's true all the same.
it's a dangerous game. No one speaks, not one word, but what words are in our eyes.
Silence
Silence speaks,
loud and
loud and clear, all the words we don't want to hear.
Wow. Oh, this is what I was really looking forward to hearing, is how they would handle the track, because it is a little more subdued than this, obviously. I love Floor's take on these covers. She always adds her own metal sensibilities to whatever she does. And this just freshens everything up so well. The description on this video doesn't talk about who actually did the track, but I'm assuming it might be the same person who does her other tracks. It's definitely different from the original musical theater version. They don't have all of the crunchy guitars going on underneath. And doesn't Hank sound amazing? He sounds so good. Something I'm reminded of as I'm sitting here listening to him sing so beautifully is he actually messaged me after the Vivo Perle video I did of he and Emma Heasters from Beste Zangers. This has been during COVID. And I was just so touched by that. He just thanked me for my lovely comments. And I, of course, invited him to come on the channel if he ever wanted to talk about singing and the things he was working on once things started opening up again, or even if he just wanted to have a conversation. So hopefully that'll happen at some point. But I really appreciated his sweet remarks. That was really nice of him to reach out. It meant a lot to me. So we're getting to the end of the song. Let's see where they take us.
At the touch of your hand, at the sound of your voice, at the moment your eyes meet mine, I am losing my mind, I am losing control, fighting feelings I can't define.
It's a sin with no name.
No remorse and no shame, fire, fury and flame.
Cast the devil to blame.
And the angels proclaim. It's a dangerous game.
Oh my goodness, that was fantastic. Okay, let's deconstruct this one just a little bit more. Well, this song gets my heart involved with thinking about seeing theater again. And I'm so excited that Broadway here in the United States will be opening back up September 14th of 2021. In fact, even as I was watching this video, an ad for a Broadway show came up. And it's so exciting and so thrilling to think that we are coming out of this and hopefully even stronger. This is such a great rendition of Dangerous Game. I feel like Floor Jansen just knocks it out of the park from start to finish.
I feel your fingers cold on my shoulder, your chilling touch as it runs down my spine.
Floor really shows her acting chops in this song, and I love how she really portrays the character Lucy, not just with the way she's singing, but also with her facial expressions.
What's in your eyes as they invade my soul? Forbidden pleasures I'm afraid to make mine. At the touch of your hand, at the sound of your voice, at the moment your eyes meet mine, I am out of my mind, I am out of control, full of feelings I can't define.
And then we get into the duet, and it was so heartwarming to see these two singing together again.
It's a sin with no name,
Like a hand in a flame,
and our senses proclaim it's a dangerous game.
Hank is a very understated performer. It would be interesting to see him actually on the stage portraying a character, because this is a very weird situation that he's in. He's standing in a room in his house, probably trying to get in the right camera angle and all of that. It is really difficult if you're not used to it. Flor has really grown in this, hasn't she, over this past 15, 16 months. She's really made lemonade out of lemons. I mean, she's just done such a beautiful job. So Hank seems a little more stiff, but you know, you can't fault him. He sounds amazing. And what this really says to me is there is no limit now that we've had this experience with getting people together. It's like when Flor performed on Beste Zangers a few weeks ago when she had had surgery. You really don't have any limitations anymore if someone can't actually be in the same room together. And I love that.
A darker dream that has no ending, that's so unreal. You believe that it's true. A dance of death out of a mystery tale. The frightened princess doesn't know what to do.
But I always have a favorite part of each video, and this part is my favorite because you really hear their voices. I love melodic lines that have these interval jumps, and this particular part of the song definitely puts both singers through their paces.
Will the ghost go away? Will she will them to stay? Either way, there's no way to win.
all I know is I'm lost, and I'm counting the cost. My emotions are in a spin. I don't know who to blame.
It's a crime and a shame,
But it's true all the same.
it's a dangerous game.
I love how they coordinated down to their wardrobe, and even the camera shots, the way they looked at the camera at the same time. There was something so great about it, so dynamic about this performance. Even though Hank looked a little bit more subdued than Flor, they both sounded incredible. Ultimately, this was just a fantastic performance by two master vocalists.
No one speaks, not one word, but what words are in our eyes.
Silence
Speaks
loud and
loud and clear, all the words we don't want to hear. At the touch of your hand, at the sound of your voice, at the moment your eyes meet mine, I'm losing my mind, I'm losing control, fighting feelings I can't define.
It's a sin with no name.
No remorse and no shame, fire, fury and flame,
It's the devil to blame.
and the angels proclaim. It's a dangerous game.
Well, that's it for me today. Like if you liked it, subscribe, and don't forget to share with someone you know loves Flor Jansen and Henk Poort. You can ask me any question about your voice in the comments down below, on my blog at voicelove.co, on Instagram at The Voice Love Company, and now on yzio.com. Get all those details in the description box below. Well, this was just pure fun to listen to, and I'm so appreciative of these musicians who continue to put out music as they are trying to figure out new ways to do things, and they're being innovative. it's going to be so interesting to see how these things continue to shift and grow in the arts. What's going to happen with the arts now after we've had this prolonged period of confinement, lockdown? I'm really believing that we're getting ready to hit a renaissance as people are released. Art's going to be released as well. It's going to be so much fun to see, and I'm going to be so excited to take you along with me as I listen to more singers and great singing. Keep finding your voice. Keep making your sound in the world today. The world is waiting for what you and only you can bring. And remember, you are loved. Bye, guys.